Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. This is just going to be a short video to go through the syllabus for Bio 107 lecture for the remainder of the semester. Okay, this syllabus is posted to the Moodle site, so you can access it there as well. A couple of things. One, for my office hours at the top of the syllabus here, I'm going to have online office hours. I'm going to try and do it through the Zoom meeting app. If you haven't used it before, it's actually pretty easy to use. I will send a separate document that kind of outlines how to get up and running with that. If that turns out to be successful, then we may try and do some lecture sessions or review sessions using that Zoom app as well. Okay, but I will have online office hours. They're Monday, Wednesday, 11 to 12, Tuesday, Thursday, 1 to 2. Okay, those are different from the original syllabus. Uh, the topics that we're going to go through, if you kind of look at the remainder of the topics, they're pretty much the same as when we started at the beginning of the semester. Okay, few differences. One, okay, I have topics split out by days of the week. You are not necessarily going to do them on those days. So we don't have scheduled times for lecture anymore. You basically will complete your assignments and lecture material when you have the opportunity to do it. Okay, now with that in mind, you're going to have quizzes coming up. As you can see over here, you're going to have exams coming up, and you have to go through the material in preparation for those tests. So, while this is not strictly the days we're going to be covering that material, uh, it's an approximate timeline. Okay, so I'll go through, what's involved with the quizzes and exams and all that stuff shortly. Okay, so again, we're not getting together during our regular class meeting times. Okay, a lot of it is going to be up to you to go to the Moodle site and actually do the work. You want to be careful that you don't, put it off too long because it could very quickly catch up to you. All right, so let's look at the bottom here. Okay, so all your activities, your lectures, your quizzes, your exam, your labs, everything will be handled on the Moodle site. Okay, labs are going to be, you'll be contacted separately by your lab instructor as far as completion of the labs and, any assignments that will be given in association with the lab. Okay, but the lab points will still be added to your lecture points for your overall grade in the class. Okay, so since everything's going to be on Moodle, you're going to have to be checking Moodle on a regular basis. Okay, any variations or any differences that come up, I will email you. So you also want to be able to or be checking your email on a regular basis as well. Okay, as far as attendance participation, again, I am not taking attendance. However, you need to be visiting the Moodle site on a regular basis. If you have questions about something, you need to be contacting me. I will be holding office hours, so if that's the best way for you to get a hold of me, that's fine. You could also email me, but you need to be engaged in this process in order to do well for the rest of the course. Okay, there are on the Moodle site, there are ways to track who's been on it, how long they've been on it. So if you aren't visiting the Moodle site on a regular basis, you're probably going to get an email from me saying, what's up. Okay, so I'm up on page 2. We just covered the Moodle site and tracking. Again, my plan is to hold the virtual office hours through this Zoom app. I will send a separate document outlining how you use that. If it turns out that it's very effective and very helpful to people, again, we may switch to some of the lectures being online through Zoom. Okay, so your lectures. Your lectures are going to be pretty much the same way they were in face-to-face classes. So it's going to be the PowerPoints and the outline notes. Okay, I will be submitting videos, narrated versions of the PowerPoints. Those, it's up to you if you want to watch them or not. I'll be giving explanations of the things that are in the PowerPoint. So my advice is you probably want to take a look at those. Okay, they will be pretty much split into little modules, 10 to 15-minute lectures on particular topics. And then afterwards, there may be some questions for you to kind of answer that won't necessarily be graded, but just to kind of help you to work through the material. Okay, in the PowerPoints, they're going to be, the narrated videos are going to be YouTube, and there is a closed captioning option available for those. What the closed captioning does, it just writes out what I'm speaking. Okay, the other thing is, if you don't want to use those, you could always go back and forth through the video to repeat what I said, if you're not sure what it is I said. I will try to speak as clearly as possible. Okay, so for your quizzes and exams, okay, we're still going to have the quizzes. They're going to be 10-point quizzes. The only difference is they will be administered online. Okay, so if you look over on the syllabus, on Tuesday, actually on Thursday, April 2nd, it says you're going to have quiz 5. Okay, by Monday of next week, I will have detailed information regarding what information is going to be on the quiz, what pages of the outline notes it corresponds to, and what you want to focus on in those outline notes when you study for the quiz. Okay, for the quiz, there will be a 24-hour period in which you can take the quiz. So on April 2nd, I will probably open up the quiz for availability in the morning, probably around 8 o'clock. You'll have 24 hours, which means till Friday, April 3rd at 8 in the morning to take the quiz. So you can take it any time during that 24-hour period. Now with the quizzes, it works the same for the exams. Once you open it up and start taking it, that's it. You can't go in, start the quiz, log out, and then go back in to try and finish it up. So once you open it up, you're committed to taking the quiz. So make sure you're ready to take the quiz when you open it up. Okay, I'll give you about 10-12 minutes for the quiz, same as we had in lecture. If you run into issues with that, just email me and we'll see how we could fix that or work it out. Okay, so those quizzes, there are going to be 7 more quizzes, starting with quiz 5. Okay, at some point, I will get you hard copies of those questions of your quizzes so you can use them to study for the exams and for the final exam. Okay, so that process is still going to work the same. Okay, for your exams, instead of giving you a second 100-point exam, I split it into 2 50-point exams. So your first mini exam, exam 2A, is on April 14th, which is a couple of weeks down the road. Okay, it's going to work the same way as the quizzes. It'll be online. When you're ready to take it, you open it up, you take the exam, and then you log off. You can't start and stop that one either. The difference with the exams is you will have a 5-day window in which to take it. So I will open it up on Tuesday, the 14th of April, and you will have until Saturday, the 18th of April, 5 o'clock, to take the test. So you can take it anytime during those 5 days. Okay. The amount of time you'll have to take the exam as opposed to the quizzes will be longer. Most likely it's going to be in the neighborhood of an hour or so. Okay. For your final exam, okay, that's 2 months down the road. A lot could change if the stay-at-home order is lifted and it's safe for people to interact, and we do go back to campus towards the end of the semester. We may have the final exam during the final exam period on campus. If that doesn't turn out to be the case, then we'll probably do it online. But again, that's 2 months down the road. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. All right, so bottom of page 2 of the syllabus, I have your point distribution for the course. So your 2 lecture exams, one of those exams is split into 50-point exams. It still comes out to be 200. So your point total hasn't changed. Okay, there are lecture assignments that I need to assign. I want to give us at least a week to kind of get up and running and comfortable with this format before I give you those lecture assignments, but those are coming as well. Okay, so I think that's it for now. If you have any questions or concerns, just email me and we'll try and get those things figured out. So again, technically our next meeting would be next Tuesday. I'm going to try and have all this stuff up and running by Monday so you could start it whenever you're ready. Okay, I did have an email question about the next set of outline notes and PowerPoints. I need to work on them between today and tomorrow. I'm going to try my best to have them done, at least the next set, by tomorrow evening. Okay, so if you have any questions, just drop me an email. Thanks.